Do you ever feel like your nervous system, or maybe sometimes your entire body, is in overdrive, driven by stress and anxiety in your life? The good news is that you have the power to downshift your nervous system in as little as 60 or 90 seconds. Many of you may have heard of the vagus nerve. This is part of the autonomic nervous system, which is responsible for regulating the involuntary functions within the human body. In essence, the vagus nerve allows for the communication between your brain and some of your major organs and systems. For example, your heart, your lungs, your digestive system. It's part of the parasympathetic nervous system. If you think about what happens to your body when you feel stress and anxiety, you may experience a shortness of breath, you may experience increased heart rate, you may experience things such as an upset stomach or some other form of disruption to your digestive system. This is why learning how to essentially soothe the vagus nerve can be a tremendous tool for your stress management and stress reduction. Let's get to the core of this, because there are some very simple, very quick ways of soothing your vagus nerve and your nervous system in general. These are things that you can do for as little as 60 or 90 seconds before you start feeling a notable difference for the better. So what are some of these somatic soothers? For one, humming. If you are a hummer, you may already know the benefits of humming. Humming can really calm down your nervous system. Some of you may even find yourself humming involuntarily when you are in a stressful situation, almost as though this is an automatic behavior in an attempt to soothe yourself, to soothe your nervous system. And that's for a good reason, because, as I said, humming can be soothing. So this is a practice, an exercise I encourage you to try. Give it as little as 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds, and see if you don't start feeling more calm and relaxed. Something else that is just as easy and just as effective starts with breathing in a nice, big, deep, calming breath and humming as you exhale. So you would breathe in, nice, deep, relaxing, slow inhale, and hum as you exhale. Do that for 60 to 90 seconds, and you will start to feel a certain calm, a certain stress relief in your body. Another exercise that you can do also involves breathing, but it adds into the breathing exercise placing your hand on your heart, whether that's one hand or both hands. Place your hand or hands over your heart and start breathing slowly and deeply. Breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly. Pay attention to the beating of your heart and to your breath. This is an excellent way to soothe your nervous system, and again, as little as 60 to 90 seconds before you start feeling a difference. Some of you may enjoy splashing some cool water on your cheeks, or putting a cool, not cold, cool compress on the back of your neck. The exposure to cool water or cool compress may be enough to again start soothing your nervous system. Start affecting that vagus nerve for the better, for the calmer. Another quick, easy, and simple practice that you may choose to do is to give yourself a gentle ear massage. Simply massage your ears. Remember to be gentle. Make sure that it feels good. Make it into a pleasant, calming experience. Give it 60 to 90 seconds and see if you start feeling calmer. These are just a few examples of what you can do to start soothing your nervous system. Remember that this is about being gentle, not extreme. So whichever practice you choose, be gentle and think safety first as always. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good or that could be detrimental to you. This is about gentleness, not extremes. When is a good time to use these little exercises? One may be when you are anticipating some kind of stressful situation. So before you go into a situation that you may think will be stressful, these are the kinds of exercises that you may want to incorporate right before. These are just as good to try out post-conflict. If you've had some conflict or disagreement or otherwise unpleasant situation, these exercises could be an excellent way of calming your nervous system. The other time when these are excellent to practice is right before going to bed. Calming your nervous system before you're checking out for the day will help you to fall asleep quicker and stay asleep without interruptions for longer. Remember that when you are performing these or any other exercises for that matter, they have to be performed at appropriate times in appropriate places and situations. For example, you wouldn't do anything that requires closing your eyes if you're doing something like driving or operating any other machinery. So use your discernment and remember safety first. I encourage you to pick 3 of the exercises that I outlined in this episode and get into the habit of practicing them twice a day, whichever ones you want. You can do 2 of the same practices during the day, or you can vary them up. The choice is yours. Whatever feels good, whatever seems right. But try it for a week. Do these exercises twice a day, regardless of whether or not this is because of anticipated conflict or in response to a conflict. Make sure to work in 2 times a day where you engage in these exercises for 7 days. After that, see how your nervous system is performing. See if you are starting to experience a reduction in your general nervousness or reactivity of your nervous system. As you move forward beyond the 7 days, I encourage you to continue the practice where you engage in these exercises twice a day. It only takes a minute and a half. So it's not a tremendous commitment in terms of time and effort, but the benefits can be excellent. If you'd like to learn more about a comprehensive approach to stress management, check out the links below.